Good morning, everybody. My name's Darlene, and I have Parkinson's. What am I going to talk about today? I'm going to talk about how beautiful my corner is. I'm not going to show you the whole tour until I put my Slemish picture right up here, which I'm going to do tomorrow. But I have rearranged my entire corner. It's much cleaner. It's much more organized. And now let's see, hang on. Which light is this? Let me see which one I've got shining here. Let me see. If I move this one. No, that's not it. All right, if I move this one, well, that's not it. A process of elimination. That's it. There we go. All right, I was just trying to figure out how I was going to do the lighting. Still haven't got my laptop. Still, this is a big purchase. When you're making a big purchase, you kind of want to make sure you're doing the right thing. So I'm doing lots of research, trying to find out maybe which one will be easiest for me to try and learn this editing. I'm having an awful time learning it, but I'm determined I'm going to learn it. So I'm hoping that that'll work. And other than that, I'm getting myself pretty much together. Went today to the lab, did some lab work. Then Claudine took me to the dollar store. I don't think she likes taking me to the dollar store. First of all, I do an awful lot of shopping at the dollar store. But the aisles are quite narrow, and it's harder to maneuver up and down. And, of course, she's pushing the wheelchair and pulling a cart, because I put way too much stuff for just a little buggy. And so I don't think that she overly enjoys taking me. She'll always do it. She has always said she will do it, no problem. But I've pretty much got everything that I wanted to get when we were moving, and I've made some upgrades, and I've done things that I really wanted to do. Other than I haven't got the laptop yet, but that's going to come in time. I'm just getting it ready, and I'm going to do as much research as I can, and then I'm going to talk to the fellow and see what I can learn from him and take it from there. But that's the plan for that. What else can I tell you? I've had some beautiful sympathy cards that came my way. Lovely messages about my dad. It's heartwarming to get those messages. And it's amazing what you actually learn from people. There's people that have similar ailments, and they have told me that now, whereas they hadn't told me before. I didn't know. I'm just pulling this back a little bit because I feel like we're looking at my nose. I don't really want that. Okay. So, and the other thing is my neuropathy is getting very bad in my feet. I'm having a hard time, getting around. I can't do anything. I made a point of watching this morning. And as I was doing the few things that I needed to do, there was not one single time that I didn't drop what I picked up, if not every time, multiple times. Every single time. I don't know if that doesn't get better. I don't know what I'm going to do, because I can't write anymore. I'm having a hard time typing. I try to use the voice message or the voice thing when I'm responding to comments. It always hears me wrong. I don't know if I speak funny or whatever, but it hears me wrong and it types the wrong thing, and I have to then try to edit it back, which is typing. If I leave it and I don't say it, it looks like I've put some crazy comment that doesn't make any sense there, which drives me crazy. So I always try to correct it, but it's kind of like, if I'm trying to do it by voice, like, I'm a list maker, I'm an organizer. I don't know what I'm going to do if I can't do that. And even if I could do it, I couldn't do the task. But the list making in itself, there's something cathartic about being able to make a list of what you want to get it done and accomplish, and you see it in front of you. So I'm trying to find a program on my tablet right now that I can dictate like what I want, and it goes into a word processor program of some kind, and then I can hit print and it can print it out. But the ones that I've tried, I can't seem to get a couple of them to work, like Office, I can't seem to get it to work. I think it's probably because my tablet's so old. Might work on a new laptop. I got one called Notes. I really like the process of the notes, but I can't get it to print. So, I don't know what I'm going to do. Keep looking, keep learning. That's the story of my life, look and learn. All right, and you see how I am just wiggling all over the place? This is ridiculous. I'm either all over the place or I'm sitting dead still. Crazy. But anyway, we have, next week I told you I have a spinal tap one day and a bone marrow the next day. Told you Monday, Tuesday, I lied. Tuesday, Wednesday. Doesn't surprise me that I got the dates wrong. Doesn't surprise me in the least because I do that all the time. But anyway, it's Tuesday, Wednesday. And on Tuesday, my bone marrow's at 12. And at 2:30, the woman is coming around to help discuss with whether I can get a new wheelchair. See, I've lost so much weight that my wheelchair that was specially built for me is no good. Like it doesn't function for me because it's way too wide. I've lost so much weight. So we went out and paid $500 for this little small thing. And she said, that's not the right one for you. Like she said, it's not right. So she said, they might get you and you're not entitled to a new one for 5 years. And I've only had the other one for 2.5. And she said that they may, on special circumstances, allow me to get a new wheelchair because I can't use the old one. I have it still. I'll give it back to them and they can, put it into use for somebody else. And they also said that they would work with us, with the company that I bought this one from, for $500, that perhaps they'd give a portion of that back so that we could put it towards the deductible for the next one. So I would really like if I could get a new one because I've got the cushion from the other chair on this chair. Without the cushion, my hip replacement or repair is hard, it's hard sitting on it. When I have the nice cushion on it, the cushion is for the wide wheelchair and it kind of curves and causes me to slide out. So Claudine bought a seatbelt to put around me, but when we put it around me, I can't get it undone. So I'm trapped in there. If I start to slip down, I'm trapped in there. So we ran into a couple troubles that way, but the place is starting to look lovely. I can't wait to take you on a tour when we get all these things finished. My area is done. Claudine's area is really cleared out. We just have, a few touches to do over there. I want to redo the shelves because I want to make my turtle collection a little bit better, and I want to put some of the precious things that we have up a little higher from Finn. Claudine's got her table extended, so she has a large table, and she's got a nice tablecloth, and she put plastic over it so we can wipe it off good. Her chairs are all seat covered. That's looking just lovely. We have a great big box sitting there right now because I bought a bed for when my brother would come. So it's down here. We're going to have to put it upstairs, but that will move out. And we switched things around and put the small deep freeze in this room so that there's more room. We can walk all the way around the table. And then we took the buffet and put it out into the kitchen. Lots of changes. And I can't wait to show everybody what we've done and how lovely it really does look now. On the other hand, we also have tons of snow. Claudine nicely got the leaves raked up and the snow fell. Hope it doesn't last, but I think it will. And so that's just where we're at. Anywho, don't think I have too much more. I thought I had more to say. Oh, I've got to tell you this. Look at this. This is silly. I bought from the dollar store a pair of mittens because Claudine thought it was ridiculous that I was sitting in this chair wearing oven mitts. But the rest of my body was perfectly fine. But my hands felt ice cold to me. But when she or Bill touched my hands, they were warm as anything. And I said, well, they might be as warm as anything, but they feel cold to me. So I said, today I'm going to buy a pair of thermal. I have to wear mittens. I can't put my fingers into the gloves. So I bought the mittens. They're warm, and I sit here with my warm mittens on, and that's what I do. Oh, and I forgot to tell you. I was telling you what I'd got for my birthday. Ivy came up today. She was working last night. She came up today, and I've got to tell you, you've heard my shoe and sock story. You all know that I've probably bought, without any stretch of the imagination, 150 or 200 pairs of socks, shoes. Well, probably, if I include socks, I probably am way up at 500. But socks, shoes, and slippers since I moved here, 6 years. I have tried everything. Well, one try for a very smart cookie, and she went down and she bought a cozy, they're soft, they're cozy, they're lovely slipper sock with the slipper, non-slip on the bottom, the cozy stuff going over my foot, and then it comes up my knee and doesn't get tight around the top. First try. Beautiful, beautiful pair of slipper socks, which I loved wearing today. I enjoyed it immensely. The other thing I should tell you is I have scar or scab I guess you call it, up on the top of my head. Claudine's version of that story is that Mum was being uncontrollable, and Mum thought she could stand when she can't, and that she was looking out the window at 4:30 in the morning and fell and hit her head. Mum's side of that story is I tried to stop a robbery. And she says, "You did not." And I said, "Well, I heard something out on the veranda." And I said, "I thought there was people out there." And she goes, "And what did Dad do?" She goes, "He looked out the window." "Did he see anything?" I said, "No." She said, "Did he go to the kitchen door then and check?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "So there was nothing out there?" And I said, "I heard something out there. I thought there was somebody out there. I wanted to take a look." Well, I took a look, and then I took a dive. Hit my head on the way down. So as I was laying on the ground, I said to her, "I think I'm bleeding." So she checked it. She said, "You are bleeding." She didn't think it wasn't profusely bleeding. It was just bleeding. So anyway, we thought I was fine. I've had a bit of a headache for the 2 days since then. Was it last? No, it was the night before last. A little bit of a headache, but it's all healed up now. It's just a little scab. So, trust me, what was I going to do if it was a robber? Like, think about it, Darlene. What was I going to do? I don't know. Yell? Scream? I don't know. Anyway, I sure didn't need to do that. And I wish I could learn my lesson. And I wish I could just do what I'm told. But so far, I'm not very good at that. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to be not so unreasonable. We knew it would be an adjustment, but I didn't think I was going to be a problem. I thought I was doing just fine. Oh my goodness. But anyway, on the upside, always an upside. On the upside, my, what was I going to say? There's an upside. How could I have forgotten an upside just in spit of an horn? Oh, yes. The hallucinations of having. Haven't had one 2 days after I stopped a medicine, which causes hallucinations. They were causing really bad hallucinations for me. 2 days later, completely gone. Haven't had one yet. I am so glad. Claudine is so glad. She thought I was completely losing my mind at the time. So I was very glad that was the upshot of that. And my birthday was spectacular. I got so much accomplished. I got so much done. I was going to go shopping that day, but Claudine said, "Mom, there is a heck of a snowdrift and stuff in front of the car." So we thought it was better to stay home and then go today, because we had to go today anyway. But Claudine didn't have her snow tires on. November. We should have had them on. But with the move and everything, we hadn't got them on. So anyway, she had made arrangements for Cal to come today to put the snow tires on. He put them on lickety-split fast. And so we went today to the lab. It wasn't too bad on the roads without the snow tires, but we knew that it would be better with having them. So Cal put the snow tires on. We're good to go now. So we'll just have to see, because next week when we do those tests, I got to go to 2 different hospitals. And we'll just be on the road traveling that day. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm out of breath because I've been moving so much. And this is late at night now. It's so late at night. You're talking to me. I go to bed 10 o'clock usually. 9:38 at night. I've had a busy day. I just see the happy birthday sign is still on the wall. Anyway, I have had a beautiful birthday yesterday. I've had a great day today. And I'm pretty darn near ready for bed. See you all tomorrow. Bye. Oh, here I go. Not turning it off. Let's try again.